everybody, Dominic Turner here, and welcome to today's whiteboard workshop. This is going to be an incredible workshop, and the reason why is several fold. I'm going to show you how my team and I generated over $130,000 in revenue. First of all, I'm going to give you the same experience that you'll have if you were a client to come into my very office, to sit right here, right now, and have me whiteboard out their real estate business, paying $14,000 a day. Usually what happens here is a client come here and say, hey, Dom, how can we increase revenue in our businesses? Of course, that's what everybody wants to do. And another thing they want to do is not just increase revenue, but to do it predictably and consistently. And here we've developed a way and a system really to make it happen for all sorts of real estate professionals. So right now, we're also going to be covering some very new groundbreaking stuff, one of which is a method of marketing. One of them I like to call irresistible response marketing, which I know is a mouthful, but here's what that means. It means that now you could dramatically, unlike your competition, bring more of the right leads into your pipeline, increase your seller listing appointments, increase your closing ratio, and free your time of non-money making activities. I am definitely, at a position to where I don't want to do busy work. I'm very result oriented. So what all this means right now is more closings. We've seen this in our real estate business because sales, closings, and revenue just take a wave-like surge growth curve straight through the clouds. So before I show you this, there's three things I want you to understand. There are three key performance indicators. If you don't, that's what KPIs stand for, okay? And if you don't know your numbers, then you don't know your business, period, okay? And I didn't make this quote up, but if you do not know your numbers, then you do not know your business, my friend. And the first KPI that we look for are deals from leads. Here you want to increase the ratio of all your leads from a campaign. What percentage will turn into a deal? Deals from leads is you measuring the leads in, the deals out. Plain and simple. Total number of leads from a campaign divided by total number of resulting deals. That's the formula. That's the equation. So, for instance, 100 leads that come in and you do 2 deals of them, that's a 50-to-1 ratio. So for every 50 leads, you're getting 1 deal. Easy math. Your goal is to increase this ratio as much as possible. The next KPI that we look for is profit per lead. This pretty much means, how much each lead is worth. How much does it average out to? And you want to maximize this number as much as possible. This is the total amount of profit of a campaign divided by the total number of leads. The key metric in determining where to scale your marketing is here. So, for instance, the formula, let's say for us, we've generated over $130,000 in revenue divided by the total amount of leads, 615, came out to be about $211 per lead, profit per lead, okay? So you want to always increase this number, and that's actually not bad of a number. And I'll show you, a lot of things factor into profit per lead. Obviously, your negotiation tactics, what you buy, what you sell for, things of that nature. But this leads us to the next. This is the most important KPI. There's a plethora of other KPIs that we look at, but these three and this last one, cost per lead, is one of the most vital key performance indicator that tells us how healthy our marketing campaigns are. How many deals do you want to do per month? This will tell you what that goal will cost in lead generation expenses. You typically want to get the most bang for your buck. And so the formula is the total cost of marketing divided by the total number of leads generated. You want to minimize this cost as much as possible. This will tell us about the quality of our marketing and how effective it is. So in our business, it cost us just a little bit under $8,500. So $8,468 was the cost of our campaign, divided by a total of 720 leads. That's active and dead. Came out to be $11.71. Now let's break this down real quick. We generated over 700 leads, 723 to be exact. That came out to be only $11.71 per lead. In an industry where typical cost per lead generated, is a staggering $100 per lead. And if you're good, your cost will be as low as $55 per lead. But even at $11, that's a whopping 400% better than what it costs our competition to achieve even remotely the same results. So we're increasing that by that much. And we closed 15 deals from this one campaign and made specifically $130,627.53. And what's the best part? Our total cost was only $8,500. So remember, we made over $130,000. That's an ROI of 1,400%. Now, this is very groundbreaking. This isn't happening in our industry at all. So you may be asking, Dom, how in the hell did we get to this? How in the hell did we, as a company, how did we do this? My company. Well, simply, we did what others wouldn't even think of doing. No, that's a cliche statement. But, surprise, cold calling. Now, we did this all by using that little device in your hand right now. I'm sure you do have it. We're all addicted. We're iPhone or Android, whatever you have, right? We dialed for dollars when everyone in any type of sales industry is saying that cold calling is dead. Yeah, right. Prove them wrong. So we call it dialing for dollars. There's driving for dollars in your farm area. This is dialing for dollars. So what are the benefits of cold calling? Well, simply put, low cost, high reward. You don't need a huge budget like direct mail campaigns. Next thing is you get direct to the seller. Talk about direct response marketing. Like you have a lead sheet, you have a property address, you have a homeowner name, You have a cell phone, mobile phone, landline number. Hey, Mrs. Jones, are you interested in selling your property right now? Yes, Dominic, I am, by the way. Or no, Dominic, how the hell did you get my number? Get the off my phone. You get that? That's all we're looking for. Coming from door-to-door sales, you get a natural impulsive response. And that's what we're looking for from homeowners. This is very good and straight to the point. It's usually, hey, I'm interested, or no, fuck off. Period. And we're going to get that response regardless, whether we're sending them other forms of direct response type of marketing, whether it's direct mail, whether it's, text blast or email, whatever. Like there's a plethora of direct response type of marketing. So we get straight to the point. And there's no more waiting for leads to come in. You send out, all these postcards, whether you're going very targeted or you're blanketing out an area. There's no waiting for leads to come in. You go right to them and give them your message. You can easily have over 100 workable leads in a week. In this business, in real estate, it's never about closing a deal as soon as you get a lead in today and then close tomorrow. It's never about that, ever. We use this method aggressively by our way of volume and velocity. The more you do, the more you put out, and the faster you put out is how much you get back in, and the speed in which you get it back. Okay. I really hope you guys like the picture on the slideshow. My assistant did not change the picture, but that's a cute little kid, right? So, how does it all work? Well, we dial 150 to 300 homeowners per hour. Seems like a lot, but we figured out a way to systematize it to kind of help us speed up this the volume, or speed up the calls. Once we have someone's interest, we schedule an appointment or send an offer. Our goal is to call on 5,000 people per month. We typically will have 1,000 leads in our pipeline every month. From there, we follow up religiously and always sending offers. Now, I know you've heard of always be closing. We're always sending offers. Always be sending offers in real estate. We send 20 offers per day between my team and I. So, as it looks, we dial about 900 homeowners per day. We only work with people who have some interest, whether it's hot or it's cold. The fortune is in a follow-up, and we are religiously sending multiple offers every single day. The more offers equals the more closings, period. Here's what we don't do. We don't harass people, and we don't sell them anything. That's the difference between us and a telemarketer. There's some really gray area in it all, because we're cold calling, so you automatically think, oh, you're telemarketing, you're calling, you're pestering someone to buy something. But guess what? We're not asking them to buy anything. That's it. We're literally calling just to see if they may be even interested in our offer. It's all about the offer. We are calling them to offer them something. In return, they have the ability to accept or decline. That's simple. We offer them time and convenience. ask, what do we offer? Well, this is how it sounds, right? What does time and convenience sound like? Ring, ring, ring. Hey, Mr. Seller, have you heard about the recent home price surges in your area lately? Well, if you want, I can send you over the recent market prices for your home at 123 Main Street in Fort Worth, Texas. And typically you'll get a response. Well, first they're going to, initially they'll say, hey, well, how did you, who are you? How did you get my information? Oh, well, we're just contacting homeowners to see if they may be interested in receiving a free, no obligation market analysis. It's typically, and I have the full script. This is just little snippets. We tell them something to the effect, with it being a seller's market right now, which it is, you are in a great position to get what you want for your home in the event you decide you want to sell. Key, in the event you decide you want to sell. So right there, we're dispelling everything. I'm not calling to solicit to you that I want to buy your house or I want to list your house. We're not coming off with that angle. We're doing everything the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing. Majority, 90% of the people that you contact, whichever form of marketing that you're using, they're always cold, and then they have to go to warm to hot. Period. No one's teaching how to take a cold lead and work with it until it turns hot. So if they accept, what do they do if they accept that our offer, right? This is where our bribe or our offer is hidden. Okay. Our initial phone call, the main thing from the initial phone call is just to get a simple yes, no, maybe. From there, we're going to send them a free market report. And you may have heard from this before, but our market report is not just a, one page, comparative market analysis that your realtor will send you. And it's all about the packaging. I mean, this is a 10-page report geared toward educating the homeowner or the seller about the current real estate market. It goes into detail what their house is worth. It goes into detail of what they can ask from the market, aka buyers, based off of the current condition of their house. We even go into detail of how to really assess the condition of their house. Go even further and even offer to have one of our vetted contractors to come out and schedule an appointment with them just to show them what it will cost to repair their property. See, you have to educate people, then engage. A lot of times in direct response marketing within real estate, we're always, as real estate professionals, investors, or agents, we're always so, what can I do for you? 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 Versus, offering people some help. It also, our report is teaching them the differences between selling the properties themselves versus using a realtor versus them holding on to their property. I forgot to add that. But it's all in the report. The free, no obligation market report is all to get them to bite and become a workable lead. This is where we introduce their options, or better known as our offer, our irresistible, intriguing offer. So, in our market report, we thoroughly educate our potential client, if we're a realtor, or seller, if we're a buyer. We present our irresistible, intriguing offer as options that the homeowner may have at their disposal. If we've done our job showing them what their house is worth and what they could do to get top dollar, then they'll be ready to see what their options are. We give them 3 easy options. I mean, once we thoroughly educate them within our market report, we make the potential client or seller an offer that's so intriguing, we are usually guaranteed a positive response or outcome. There are 3 options they can take. They can sell for cash, where they sell to an investor who can offer them cash for their property at a wholesale premium price. They can owner finance the property themselves to a buyer who wants to pay retail but don't have traditional financing in place. The advantage for the homeowner right here is they can charge interest on the balance that they loan. And they can get their, if they want retail and if their house is in a good enough condition where it's, kind of sort of retail value, it's but it also kind of threads the line of wholesale premium value, you can offer them that, and they make their money off of terms. So they're not pressed for time. It's just more so a money thing for them. So you can pose that to them as, hey, listen, and this is through the journey, what we take them through from initial phone call to from once they come in, and then when we actually sit with them face to face, the presentation is completely different, which I go into greater detail. So the next option is to list it with a realtor, and here's the traditional way of getting their house sold. I don't want to deal with it. I'm not a professional. I'd rather leave it into someone else's hands that knows exactly what they're doing. And that's pretty much that. Just leave it up to the professional. And, obviously the realtor is going to get their commission. So you may be asking, like, what are the benefits, I want to say, for selling for cash? Well, it's quick and easy for the seller. You can wholesale their property to an investor who will buy the property as is, and they'll take care of all the closing costs. I mean, for me and my business, this is how we actually produced over the $130,000 in revenue from this campaign. Wholesaling is one of the fastest way to generate income as a real estate professional. Just side note. Regardless of what you practice, whatever your primary source is. And then owner financing, for the seller, they can make their money on their terms. It's beneficial to them if they don't necessarily want to take a low dollar sales price, but still are interested in selling. It's more about money than time for them. For you could buy a home with a small down payment. And typically on owner finance deals, we'll find someone who is looking for a rental and place them in as tenants. This will create cash flow for you. You become a landlord. So let's say Mr. Seller finances you and your down payment is $5,000 and your note is around $500 a month. You find a tenant who will pay $1,000 in rent payments. Over a year, you created $6,000 in passive income, and you just made your $5,000 initial investment back. You cleared $1,000. And this doesn't include all the extra, taxes, insurance, and all the other sorts of fees that are included. But you get the point. So this is a way for you to become a passive investor. First, wholesaling is just to show you how to generate more income faster. This is more of a passive thing. And this is a win-win-win for both the seller and yourself. All three options. I mean, obviously for listings, for realtors, this will be an opportunity to get another listing under your belt. The realtor will get their normal commission, the 3 to 6% from the sale, and the seller will have peace of mind that they just left it in the hands of a professional and they didn't have to do all the thinking. Now, to list properties, you obviously must be licensed. And if you're not licensed, you can pass the lead on to a licensed agent, and they'd be delighted to pay you a referral fee. So if you're a licensed agent like myself in your market, then you have the best advantage of most, because you and I can deploy each offer. So I can just refer the listing back to myself. Of all offers, I'm absolutely in love with wholesaling. I mean, that's typically what we're looking for the seller to choose when we follow up, when we give them that irresistible, intriguing offer, those three options. It's fast and easy for us. And, with wholesaling, it's I don't have to go into great detail, but with wholesaling, you got a motivated seller, you have a motivated buyer, you matchmaker. But of all three offers, it wouldn't matter if we didn't have the leads in the first place. But it all goes back to the science of the offer. And we start with the report, then within the report, we make an irresistible, intriguing offer that it's supposed to get people to respond. We're looking for a positive response. So, how do you get a positive response? Well, offer them something that's a no-brainer. That is, hey, you have 3 options here to sell your property. Not just one. Give them options. Educate them. Give them freedom to control. Everybody who wants to control. It's 2017. We live in an age where people can research and pretty much do everything on their own. In return, they'll be more open to working with you because you're coming off not as a salesman or, this hot shot or this shark that's just trying to buy my house. At the end of the day, what we're looking for is dialogue with the homeowner. We just want to have conversation. As I've shown you thus far, there are many ways to make money with one homeowner. 3 to be exact. We are creating rapport with cold leads, and we're warming them up from our initial call to the kitchen countertop when signing an agreement. Now, the fortune is in the follow-up. We get more out of a lead by giving them more. Okay? We give them more. Hey, Mr. Seller, are you interested in this free market report? Okay, follow up to that. Hey, Mr. Seller, I know that you received our market report. I've seen that you received our market report. Would you like for me to offer you one of our vetted contractors to come out to your property and give you an assessment on the condition or repairs needed to your property? Oh, wow, Dominic, that would be nice of you. Yeah, that's all I want to do. And then whether they take that, and then the follow up to that is, at some point there's closing in between. Okay, can I come out, meet with you, sit with you, and go over your options with you? You want to warm people up, but you have to do this. It's a relationship. That dialogue, that conversation spreads over 7 to 10 times, typically. This is all a contact sport. Marketing is a contact sport. You just gotta make contact. You gotta hit them at all times. We are literally branding ourselves with our leads every day, week, month, year. We offer help, time, and convenience. We don't pester people. But we definitely follow up. And we follow up in a way where we're always offering help. We're offering help. We're educating. Then we engage. We educate. Then we engage. We educate. Then we engage in a conversation. So we educate them on the market initially, right? With our free report. And then we engage and find out what they thought of the report and try to set the appointment or try to see if we can get them to choose one of our offers. If they're not with that, okay, let's educate them again. Let's come out with a contractor to give you a proper assessment on the condition of the property. Then we engage based off of that. What do you think now, Mr. Seller, Mr. Jones? You see what the houses are selling for. You see what the condition of your house is. Here's what I can offer you based off of this. Based off of your houses in average condition selling for $100,000 in the area. And your house fits right within that average line or just slightly above average, right? We're always going to offer cash. Or here's what we can do. We can list your property for you. And here's how that looks. So, you always want to just make contact. And I mean, that is the nuts and bolts of how you generate more leads, close more deals. And that's a wrap for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed and took some great notes. We'll be bringing you yet another and powerful lesson up next. So stay tuned. And we look forward to giving you more valuable information. Talk soon. Dominic. Thank you guys. Dom here. And I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to watch that free video lesson today. That video actually was from our private mentoring session here at True Real Estate CEO. And I hope it brought you clarity towards your journey as a real estate entrepreneur. Now, our private mentoring group is here to help you in your real estate business. And if you're looking for the truth when it comes to generating leads, building systems, and your business and everything in between, then I would like to invite you to our private mentoring group and join us today. Our goal is simple. It's to end your confusion and bring you clarity on what actually works and what doesn't, and to provide you with the leadership and wisdom you'll need to accomplish your goals. So if you're ready to fire your boss for once and for all, if you're ready to get your time back, if you're ready to put yourself in a financial position to leave a legacy for yourself and for your family, and if you're finally ready to actually build a real estate business, then this community was created just for you. Now, I want to take this time to invite you into our private mentoring community where you're going to get a bunch of content videos just like the free video lesson you got today. So if you thought that was great, that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'd like to invite you now, scroll down, see the details below. Right now we have a special offer for new members, so I'd like you to take advantage of that special offer today. So scroll below, and I look forward to welcoming you as a new member of True Real Estate CEO.